Hey, how's it going, everybody? Just trying to get the camera straight. Sometimes I got to turn the camera sideways to get it straight there. That seemed to have done the trick there. So, hey, welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Lake and Michigan, where we usually start here. I'm actually relieved. I'm actually feeling good here. Sometimes TikTok stresses me out, as people know. I'm not the best person to deal with the comment scroll. I try to explain things that probably shouldn't be explained to people on TikTok because I don't think they're going to get it. So we'll just continue this on YouTube. And yeah, let's head over to Daley Plaza. We'll cross Michigan Avenue. There's the nice view to the Wrigley building. Chris, how you doing there? Thanks for tuning in from East Lansing. Let everybody else gather in here. And yeah, we'll keep this show on the road. We'll just keep going on YouTube. That's why I got multiple platforms. I can live without TikTok. I will, you know, I do miss the great community we got there, and it's a shame that we have to deal. You know, that way I have to have moderators. We have to deal with trolls. I need to get better at using more emotional intelligence and not try to win people over that are unwinnable or explain to them historical things. Now I got the other problem of dealing with the TikTok algorithm that's so stupid that it can't distinguish with me talking about historical events and pejoratives. And I know I used a word that I shouldn't have used, but I was referring to it in the historical context. You can look it up on Wikipedia. I explained it on the TikTok there. I think you guys know what's going on here. And the chilling effects of, we can't even talk about the history of America because it'll be censored by TikTok. And isn't that amazing that, yes, it is having an effect on our society. It's dumbing everything down. It's reducing everything to consumerism. Hey, Joe Ellen, Heather B, Andres, Krista, Michael, Barbara. Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I was live streaming this morning, early in the morning. Most people missed it because I took a bus downtown to go exactly where we're going now. I did. The city market there opened at Daley Plaza. It's a farmer's market. You know how much I like farmer's markets, and I know they can be expensive at times, but it's an option to get fresh, locally sourced garden products and other things, you know, preserves, flowers, all kinds of things. Here we'll cross, here we'll get, yeah, the L's coming here, so we'll get across the street here. And it's going to get loud here. We're going to hear the L coming by. You know where we're at here, the Loop of Chicago. We're at Lake and Wabash right here. We got there's the L train. There's the Brown line heading around the bend here. Look at that. Oh, how you doing? Very good. Things and sounds of the city here. The show must go on. The show must go on. The show that never ends. The city that never ends here. Welcome to Chicago. Long Brown line there. Sharon, how's it going? Diane, hey, Mary Therese, Dolores, thanks everybody. All my loyal friends here on the Lunch Bunch. I think you all prefer YouTube anyway. You know, I might just make YouTube my primary live streaming source if we ever do go back to TikTok. I'm seriously debating. I'll talk to Diana and Sarah and the rest of the mod team there. I might start experimenting more with, hey, they're painting the Chicago Theater. I might start experimenting more with doing sub-only chats, and that'll just reward my subscribers so I can focus on your comments on TikTok. We did it on Sunday, and I know not everybody got the notifications. That was the problem. Not everybody got the notifications that I was live streaming, even though we did a sub-only chat on Sunday when I went to the Armitage Mayfest there. But, you know, if I'm going to continue on TikTok, I'm just not going to put up with the inane comments that we get. It's not worth it for me. It's not worth it for my subscribers. It's not fun for my moderators. People accidentally get banned, and then they complain to me, and I'm just tired of dealing with it all. So I'm thinking about seriously switching to sub-only for TikTok. If we lose our audience, so be it. We'll still do it for free here on YouTube, and I might just switch to doing my free live stream on YouTube, including, you know, all the people that support me here on YouTube. I appreciate that, and we'll still do this. But we'll see. We'll figure out a way forward here. It's just the algorithm's always going to be a problem because it's robotic. It's not a human. It's just any word you say, if it's on their list, and their list of words change all the time. And I know the word I use taken out of context is a pejorative, but I use it in context, and the algorithm's so dumb it cannot realize that I was using the historical context of it in relation to an official United States government program that was used in the 1950s under the Eisenhower administration. There's a Wikipedia article about it. I wasn't using it to put anybody down. I was using it to educate people about the history of this nation. I can't talk about the Trail of Tears? Are they going to put the Trail of Tears on the band, label list? I'm getting excited here. But here, thanks everybody for tuning in. Let's head over to the farmer's market and let's enjoy the sunshine. We get back above 70 degrees. Beautiful weather here in Lupa, Chicago. Hey, John James, Patricia, Taco, how you doing there, Lisa? Yeah, YouTube rules, TikTok rules, you got it. Just the mentality. And I know other people, I've got good comments. People are like, including you guys, we're too intelligent. We want to have more intelligent conversations. It's impossible on TikTok. TikTok dumbs everything down. What are they going to censor history? We can't talk about the history of anything because people can't handle, everybody's so triggered by words. I get it. It's to protect people. I get it. They need to ban certain words because people would use them to insult people. And I think you get what's going on here. So I'll get off of this. We'll try to have a nice lunch walk here. I think you know what's going on. That's why I did a TikTok to explain everything. And thanks to everybody that commented on that. And I know people were looking for me this morning. People couldn't find me or where you at. I have to send a message out there, especially to my subscribers, because some people just subscribed and then I get banned for 3 days. They're like, what am I paying for? $2.99 for nothing. Appreciate it. Hey, what's happening here? Thanks, Patricia. Thanks for understanding there. Aztec Warrior, how you doing there? Michael Anderson. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll keep this show going. This has value. We need to be able to talk about, things that affect the city. Here's Netherlander. Yeah, I was trying to actually talk positively about the Sueños festival, which is it's a 2-day festival that's happening here in Millennium Park, or no, Grant Park. They actually the same place they have Lollapalooza. It's a Latin music festival. It's growing really large. This is going to be the 3rd year they have it. So since I was talking about it, and then I saw some stupid comment, and then I wanted to explain because I knew people were going to go there, and then I did it to myself and misunderstood. I'm very empathetic to the migrant crisis, immigration. I'm more pro-immigration than most Americans, even though I have Melungeon Native American ancestry. I'm a white guy. I'm mainly European. I had a good discussion with somebody about, I was trying to use the polite term and talking about we saw the 40th anniversary of house music there, and that was a wonderful thing. I'm trying to portray the city in a positive light. The same thing with the Sueños Festival, this amazing diversity we have here, and we're going to have an amazing Latin music festival, reggaeton. I can't say it right. Reggaeton, all amazing music, nice cultural experience here. And it brings a lot of money and people downtown. The downtown will be hopping this weekend because of this music festival happening in Grant Park. So I apologize everybody for not being more careful with my words. I bear full responsibility, but we know what TikTok is. And there's the weather forecast. Look at that, 81, 82 over the weekend. I see 80s and 70s. That was Channel 2 News. Here, welcome to Daley Plaza. We were here this morning. And the farmer's market's looking nice. How's it going there? What happened? Let's see. U.S. economy. Yeah. Oh, I know. We need immigration. We need immigration. This city was built. This city was built on immigrants, and our economy to keep going. Yeah, we need the constant inflow of new people from all over the world into the city, as historically has been the case. And I was trying to point out historical injustices and it got me banned from TikTok. So here we go. Here's look, we got tomatoes. They got music playing in the background. Yeah, look at this. Welcome to Daley Plaza. Welcome to the city's farmers market here at Chicago's farmers markets. Thursday, 7 to 2 p.m. Got the dogs out here. Yeah, the dogs are enjoying it. How you doing there? Yeah, beautiful day. How you doing there, buddy? Let's see what else they got here. We got flowers. Yeah. Begonias, annuals. Sampler cheese. Here, we'll go back over here. We'll head around the whole thing here. Yeah, lunch bunch rolls. Thanks, Taco Jalapeno Salsa. Thanks for understanding. I appreciate it. And this happens. This is nothing. I still got my account. I'm still able to post TikToks. We'll dwell on the positive. I'm still able to live stream here on YouTube. I think we have a better experience here on YouTube. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. Here's popcorn on the cob. Might be a blessing in disguise here. Heirloom tomatoes. Look at the flowers here. Nichols Farm and Orchard here. Look at this. Popcorn. Apple butter sauce. Wow. Celery, radishes. Look at this. The great polis of Chicago. We can gather here on the central square here in the loop of Chicago. They got cheeses. Phoenix bean. Soy products. These are soy products. This is awesome. Yeah. So soy products here. Look at that. Here's the Eternal Flame. Here's the Eternal Flame here for the U.S. military here. That's what this Eternal Flame is here on Daley Plaza. Yeah, they got Phoenix Bean soy products. She's really busy there. What do we got here? Coffee beans. You get your coffee. Yeah, look at this. How you doing? Organic Colombian coffee. Thank you, sir. Organic Colombian coffee right here at Daley Plaza here. Look at this. This is great. Look at these flowers. All right, just more tomatoes, veggie plants, all kinds of veggie plants for your garden, flower pots. They got a hand wash station. That's nice. You clean your hands. Look at these flowers, hanging pots. Here's the Picasso. Doing good. How you doing, Ricky? Yeah, we could talk about reparations. I mean, we can have a more intelligent discussion here. Look, whiskey roasted, vanilla roasted. We got the nuts to go. How you doing? This is great. Smells great. Smells great. I'm trying to promote this for. I'm on YouTube. You serious? Thank you. I'm gonna try it out here. Look at this.
Pecans. That's the whiskey roasted. Sadly,
oh, thank you.
Not gonna get you drunk or nothing like that.
Oh, I'm a teetotaler, but this won't get me drunk. I'm not worried about it.
Let us know.
This is excellent. This is great. Thank you. Yeah, the boozy pecans. They got, that's awesome. Yeah, here we go. Nuts to go here. Thanks a lot.
Sir. Nuts to go.
There it is. There it is. Thank you. I'll promote it. Thank you. That's very good. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's awesome. Wow. That's very good. I got a free sample. This is great. Nuts to go. Raclette. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, so they got all these sandwiches you can get there. They put the cheese right on there. It's melted. This is awesome. Yeah, subversion. We got to subvert the powers that be. We got to use and fly under the radar and try to have, discussions within the limits, the bounds of reality that suppress us. This has always been going on, That's why we use counterculture movements. You got hidden meanings there, the messages on the walls. Think of the messages in hip hop lyrics. Think of the messages in graffiti tags, or street art. What Banksy tried to do before it all became commercialized. There's many things we can do to fight the powers that be. And look at these herbs. Just a simple thing of having a public farmers market, so we're not all forced to buy everything on the corporate mega chains, this is giving Walmart a run for its money. Walmart and Target and Whole Foods. And I know this stuff can be more expensive than your grocery store, but it's healthier. Look at these pickles, beets, canned goods. Look at all this stuff here. Red raspberry salsa. Look at this asparagus. Fresh asparagus. Stovers, fresh, local, delicious. Thanks everybody for tuning in here. We're at Daley Plaza here checking out the farmers market. Yeah. You want the raclettes? Yeah. Oh yeah, so much cheese. You saw that cheese? Yeah. The raclettes. I mean, look at the cheese they got there. See, there's some of the media there. They're talking to people right there. Look, you got some tamales. I missed the tamales. Get some fresh tamales right here. Yeah. What else we got here? Smoothies. Is this pizza? This looks like, yeah, pizza right here. There's the DJ. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look, I like all those. Those are nice. Those are nice stickers there. Thanks for all those stickers. That's great. Yeah, it's big. $10 smoothies. How you doing there? Yeah, there's the DJ. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. The fountain's going here. More asparagus. Apples, peaches. Asparagus. Yeah, people are sitting. You see, you can buy your lunch. You just sit right here. You can look. People got their feet in the fountains. They're sitting on the fountain here. Look at that. It's got the whole summer ahead of us. Look at this. Yeah, you just eat right here. Dancing. How you doing there? Yeah, delightful pastries. That's great. How you doing? Look at these wonderful pastries here. This is great. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, we got the hot sauce, cherry bomb, spicy pickled mushrooms. You get some spicy pickled mushrooms, portobello pasta sauce. Yeah, look at this. Granola, mushrooms. You got it all right here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Thanks for joining in here. What do we got here? More pastries, donuts. Yeah. So if you just joined, we're at Daley Plaza. We're here at the city market. Of course, they're going to have this every Thursday between now and October. The end of October, this will be going on every Thursday, Daley Plaza. So if you visit Chicago, you can check this out on Thursdays. Look at this. Yeah. How you doing? Para Farms, Benton Harbor, Michigan. Yeah, my friends from Michigan, you know where that's at. It's not too far away. See, the media's here. Look at this. Here's Lily Chai. Yeah, you get your, look at that, spices. Yeah, look at this. Meat pies. You got the meat pies. Look at all these meat pies. Gourmet meat pies. Chicken, beef, spicy beef. Yeah, look at this. How you doing? Hey, thank you. Farmers market. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, that's great. Look at this nice fountain here with the plaza here, the farmers market going on here. So I'm just giving everybody a nice overview of this. You know, we can linger around. We got 12:26, so I'll spend the next half hour. Let's head over to the Riverwalk, and we'll just cruise along there. I got a bunch of work to do this afternoon, so I'm kind of overwhelmed by what happened this morning, and I was trying to answer messages this morning and work and answer messages on TikTok, and so I'm going to do a quick lunchtime walk today. I plan on being back on YouTube this evening for my walk home, and we'll just get some nice footage in landscape walking through my normal route home. And I'm looking forward to it because it'll be less. Usually our evening walks are pretty chill, even on TikTok, but it'll be much more pleasant for me. I don't know why it is. TikTok, I've talked to my moderators about this. I've talked to Sarah and Diana and other people about it. Chris too. It just stresses me out. Like I'm always trying to defend and pick which comments I'm going to talk about and stuff. And yeah, here's the Thompson Center, the Google. Let's check. Let's give an update on the renovations here that Google's doing on the Thompson Center. It used to be the State of Illinois building here. Yeah, the dinner crew. Yeah, see, we're going to have the breakfast club, then we're going to have the lunch bunch, and then we're going to have the dinner crew. And it's all pretty much the same thing that we got here on the lunch bunch here. But look how you can look right through. We'll cross the street there. I'll be able to go over the fence here. I'll give you an update. The sculpture's still there. they got it in pieces. We filmed this before. Let me raise the selfie stick. So we're crossing Clark Street right at Randolph, where the state of Illinois Thompson Center, the Helm and Jan thing, they're going to replace that glass. Clark Construction. Let's peer over the construction fence here. Yeah, TikTok doesn't like history. Well, I could have been more intelligent in how I referred to it, and you know, why do I even attempt to explain stuff to the mentality of TikTok? Because they don't want to know about history. Some people, I'm talking about the trolls on TikTok, that's not why they're there. But I always try to reach out to people and try to explain. Let's see, can we walk along this way? No, they got this blocked off. Look, they're doing welding work over here. So they got a whole lane blocked off here on Clark Street. Thanks for explaining that, Lisa. I know people probably trying to understand what I'm talking about here. Look, they're spraying water. They got a welding event going on. Look how you can look right. Remember how look how all the doors and where the Walgreens is the glass curtain wall is gone from the entrances. They're working on this side. If I cross the street, we might be able to get a better view of what they're working on here. So here, let me see if there's any traffic coming. I don't want to get hit here. Yeah, let's go here. We cross Clark Street here, and we'll head up. Showed some of the construction on the Thompson Center here. So yeah, for the next year or so, we'll be able to follow the progress of the construction of the renovation of the Thompson Center into the Google offices. And they're going to replace all the glass. They're going to save the atrium. This is a Helm and Jan designed postmodern behemoth here. Look at that. Look at that welding going on. Wow. I got to avert my eyes. You can smell the ozone. I see spraying the water. The live construction site here. And look how they got all these windows removed going up here. You can look right into the Thompson Center. They're going to replace that glass. Look at that. Yeah, he's working up there. They're working down there. Here, we'll get across the street here and we'll head under the, we'll walk around to the other side and then we'll head up to the Riverwalk and walk back that way. Yeah, thanks Danny. Thanks Danny for, you know what I'm talking about. The Operation WETBACK, and that's the unfortunate word that I used that got us banned, which is the true historical name of the operation. Over 1 million people of Mexican heritage, some of them were actually U.S. citizens that were here since the 20s and were born here, were deported in the 1950s under the Eisenhower administration. And a lot of people don't know about that. And we got political candidates that are talking about doing the same thing now. You know how disruptive that would be? You know, I brought up in the 1990s under Janet Reno, remember the Emilio Gonzalez situation and how heart-wrenching that was. They ripped that kid away from that family to deport him, and that was under the Clinton administration, or was that after that? Was that under the Bush or the Clinton? The second Bush. But imagine that times a much larger scale. And you know, there's other, you know, the Indian Removal Act, the Asian Exclusion Acts against Chinese immigrants and Japanese immigrants in the 1800s. Here's how you can still get to the CTA station. So even though the construction is going on, you can still get to the CTA station. And we got to be able to talk about these things without being censored by TikTok, especially during this fraught political year that we're going through. And it just, you know, certain words you can't, you know, I understand the word that I used as a pejorative. I was not using it that way, but we're grasping at straws here. I think you guys understand. Thanks, Danny, for understanding where I'm coming from here. But to me, it just illustrates the chilling effects on free speech that social media companies have, because, you know, is it the nanny state? Is it political correctness in an attempt? And it's probably because there's so many trolls that would use that word as a pejorative that they have to ban it, rightly so, because 9 times out of 10, when that word's used, it's not used in the historical context that I was referring to. It's used as anti-immigrant, anti-migration, Latino Mexican, you know. Look at the brown line heading across LaSalle there. But the chilling effects of dumbing down historical speech, because really they don't, I really strongly believe, and that's why we talked about this before, the version of TikTok in China is more educational than the version that we have in the United States. Why is that? They want to use the version of TikTok that we have in the United States to sell stuff, to turn it into a virtual marketplace where you buy, like Amazon. TikTok wants to have people like me be viral marketers that just market products and not talk about real things. And that's I reject that. You know, I myself, I'm anti-consumerist. See, I feel bad that woman was covering up her face because she doesn't want to be filmed. But good luck. There's cameras all over the place. There's microphones listening for gunshots all throughout the city. We're all being recorded. You can be picked up on other people's mics and phones, and you know, it's. I had to do the same. I used to be paranoid about being on camera. That's why I don't show my face too. I showed it today. And that ship's already sailed. You know, I feel bad for people. I don't want to film people that don't want to be filmed. I'm just trying to show scenes of the city here. And she has no idea what I'm doing here. So, but here, we'll head down. We'll go down past the nice seating wall here. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Yeah, you're watching me right now. Big Brother's watching, and it's Chris. How's it going there, Chris? Thanks for tuning in. Here, I'll calm down here. Look at all these people sitting out here enjoying this beautiful day. Look at this. Yeah. Yeah, J. Edgar Hoover, FBI. Yeah, let's talk about COINTELPRO. And look at all that did, you know. It was, they were so worried about the student movements at that time. COINTELPRO, and then the drug war. They were rounding up people they considered undesirable at that time, which included legal citizens of Mexican descent, and that's what the operation we were talking about. Thanks, Danny, for the good historical. We got to be able to talk about this stuff, but it's really hard on these social media platforms that don't understand the context, because AI is just going to focus on keywords, you know. Yeah, and that's the chilling effects of, hey, look at that. Hey, see, we took that water taxi this morning. This is the water taxi. They're waving. Yeah, how you doing there? They're having a nice day out there. Heading over to Michigan Avenue. They're having a good day there. That's awesome. Oop. Yeah, if you look into the history of the CIA and their involvement into Central America in the 1950s and 60s, and how they worked with dictators at the expense of innocent people, and we've done that even in the Mideast. We've supported dictators because they served U.S. interests, but it was a detriment to the people, and they were not democracies. And the CIA would rather deal with the dictator than deal with, they didn't really care if the countries were democracies as long as they served U.S. business interests. Isn't that interesting? And it's controversial for me to even talk about this, but yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Danny. And all these ulterior motives. But we needed an intelligence, we needed an international, we got to World War II and realized we were behind other nations with an international intelligence agency. The FBI was supposed to be eternal. That was J. Edgar Hoover. He was worried about socialism in the United States. That's why after World War I, there was a lot of anarchist movements in the United States and socialist movements. It really got bad during the Great Depression, and that's when the FBI really cracked down. They did it against racketeering and the mobsters in Chicago, of course, Al Capone, Elliot Ness, the G-Men. But then the CIA was really enhanced after World War II when we became the global superpower that we became after World War II, and especially after nuclear power. You saw the Oppenheimer movie, and that became the battle, the existential battle between the Soviet Union and the United States. And that's why the CIA power was greatly expanded after World War II, but it led to abuses, which is some of what Danny's is talking about. They had all these domestic and international. CIA was supposed to be international, FBI was supposed to be domestic, but then some of it, like COINTELPRO and the other one we were talking about this morning was domestic, and they crossed over. That's a multi-million-dollar yacht there. Yeah, that commission you're talking about. Yeah. No, this is good stuff. You guys know your history, and that's why we can have a more intelligent discussion. It would be impossible to have this discussion on TikTok because there would people be like, yeah, what's the weather? What's your, it's just like the same questions we get over and over again because people are constantly scrolling in, scrolling out. Everybody's got like ulterior motives. There, the tiny cafe. The boat views were great. Wasn't that a nice boat taxi ride? We got to see the bridge lifts. We went right underneath them as they were lifting, coming back. And I'm proud of that footage too. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. Kefauver. Yeah. Got the fat finger syndrome like me. I usually don't realize I did the typo until I hit send, and I'm like, oh, I misspelled that. I used the wrong word, or the auto. Yeah, talk to speech. It doesn't work. The autocorrect picks the wrong word. Hey, look at the shoreline heading underneath here. But hey, thanks everybody for tuning in on YouTube. I appreciate it. See, we'll keep this show on the road. We can keep this live streaming going using other platforms. And we've been doing this at lunchtime anyway. We'll continue to do so, and now we'll just expand it to the evenings and the mornings. And we'll figure out a path forward for TikTok. I'm seriously thinking about doing some subscriber-only chats. Not that I want people to subscribe. People will still be able to watch for free. It'll just, I'll be able to focus on subscriber comments. It'll eliminate 90% of the stupid comments that throw me off. And if I'm going to maintain that account, if it grows, the comment scroll becomes useless. It becomes just I can't even interact with it the way I want to. And it's much easier here on YouTube with a smaller audience.
Yeah, like Michigan goes that way. There's a Chicago water taxi.
Nah, you didn't miss much, Carrie. That's okay. Yeah, we just we took a water taxi ride this morning. We did go through the city market there. It was just being set up. There was many more people there. It was nice to see so many people there. But yeah, those nuts were great. It gave me a free sample there. Appreciate that.
Yeah, great.
Don Rickles, yeah. The Brady roast. Hey, the City Winery. How you doing here? Beautiful sunshine here, 70 degrees. I bet we're to 75 here. I know we're retracing our steps. We were here this morning. We're here now. I'm just walking in circles here, but at least we got an update on the Thompson Center. We'll check out these boats here. Hey, riding the bike. I can't believe people attempt to ride the bike in this crowd here. I mean, it's really dangerous to ride a bike through here, but I guess everybody does whatever they want to do, just like me. Yeah, Danny, thanks for the good information. Some of South Korean intelligence officers. Wow. Yeah, if you look into this stuff, it's amazing what has gone on in the name of the UX taxpayer, And most of the budgets for all these programs are classified. Isn't that interesting too? We can't even tell how much money was spent on this stuff because the budgets are classified. And when the Treasury can print money out of nothing, when we went off the gold standard, hey, you just make money out of nothing, create serial numbers, put it on the national debt. The unborn children will pay it off 100 years from now. It's all okay, People always fish right here. This must be a good fishing spot. People are always fishing right here. There's the Riverwalk here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like watching his reruns of the old, the Friars Club? That was the Friars Club roast. Don Rickles. Dean Martin, all those guys. Yeah, the Vietnam War Memorial here. Here's the Chicago Brew House here. Yeah, the Wabash Avenue Bridge. People are sitting out here. This is just so nice. People enjoying the scene here along the Chicago River. Look back at that bridge view right there, under all those Basque bridges. Yeah, Social Security loans. Do they still want to privatize Social Security? Yeah, we'll just put it on the stock market. That's a good idea, right? Yeah, we can trust that. We'll invest in NVIDIA stock and we can't lose. Artificial intelligence will manage your stock portfolio. They just keep feeding you money. Yeah, it's great. We've been in this endless age of prosperity where the stock market can never go down and only goes up. It's great. It just makes the rich richer, and we all have to buy what they already own at exorbitant, inflated prices. Hey, thanks for hitting the likes, everybody. I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for getting more likes here. We got more people tuning in, 69 people. This is great. Thanks for tuning in to YouTube here on the Lunch Bunch. I appreciate people that are moved over here from TikTok. You know, and I'll still have a presence on TikTok as long as they allow me. I got to figure out the path forward here. This has happened before. This is nothing. I've had worse things. At least my account wasn't permanently suspended without warning. It just I didn't even get a strike. It's just a temporary live stream ban, and I appealed it. So they might even reverse it. That it takes like a few hours or a day or so. They don't do it immediately, and it's all automated and robotic anyway. There's not even a human being looking at it, and we'll see what happens here. But hey, we're back to the Wrigley Building, the Tribune Tower here. Yeah, screw TikTok. That's my sentiments exactly. I can live without TikTok. I'm glad that you've all migrated over to YouTube. And, you know, there's advantages to YouTube. You can watch the full recorded rerun there, which is dangerous for me. I got to make sure I don't misspeak and people understand where I'm coming from, because things can be taken out of context. Here's the Evening Star. There's the water. So there's the skedaddle. That's a shoreline. These yellow ones are Wendella. That's why these are the Wendella boats, and this is where Wendella has the concession for the shoreline. Is further down the river there. Here comes the shoreline. Evening Star right here. One right after another here. Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. The older I get, the more I realize what I learned about U.S. history. You know, like what we learned in grammar school and high school was the British colonial version, you know, the Revolutionary War, and Civil War and all that stuff. I didn't learn any about the indigenous Native American experience. I didn't learn a lot about the African American experience, which was completely different. I learned that a lot later, and the Latino Chicano experience was different. Current immigrant experience of America is different than if you have European ancestors like me that came during the 1800s, you know, and all intermingled with people that have been here since the colonial times. I have ancestry that goes back to the colonial period. And here we'll walk under the, we got 1247 here. We'll walk underneath here because we still got boats coming. See, we got another sky view there, Sabo, Michigan Avenue Bridge. But look at that, lickety split. Yeah, get there, you know, lickety split. He's doing, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Joey. You know what I'm talking about. Isn't that amazing? Like, I didn't, like, we learned about the Trail of Tears, but I didn't know about the Indian Removal Act. I didn't know that all the Native Americans didn't have standing in court. They couldn't own land. They had to move across the Mississippi River. That's what led to a lot of our, you know, ancestors and relatives had to move to Oklahoma. The ones that stayed in Appalachia were more Melungeon, but then there was no other Native Americans, so they married white or black people and became assimilated to the American culture. And our ancestors didn't forget, but there was no choice but either to assimilate or stay with the rights that were reserved by the Native Americans. People forget that the reservation, it's not land that was given. It was land that was reserved by treaty that they traded for lands that they considered their national homelands. And like the Cherokees sold the land and got money compensated for it. And even though they got lands exchanged in Oklahoma, and the same with you know, the Choctaws, Chickasaws, Creeks, and the Seminoles. Some of the Seminoles resisted in Florida until the Civil War. You know, Osceola, and you know, look at the kayakers here. Yeah, the German history. You know, we talk about how Lincoln Park was a German neighborhood and a German enclave. We see evidence of it with the statues and the buildings and the architecture, and you know, the Schmitz-Gary building and the Goethe and Schiller statues, and you know, the Germans, like my German American ancestors, assimilated. They quickly stopped speaking German during World War I, and they, like in Cincinnati, they changed the German street names to like Republic, Liberty. That they used to be like Berlin Street and like Bremer and stuff. And of course, you know, it was you know, the Japanese Americans experienced that. It was worse for them. They were interned in internment camps in World War II. Chinese Americans experienced discrimination, you know, and different, you know, Italians and certainly Latino Mexican Americans can relate. African Americans can certainly relate, you know, the old Jim Crow. We didn't learn that full history. The way the Civil War was taught, you know, all these statues, you know. Here's Chicago's leading lady. So here's where you can check all the architectural cruises here. It's 12:50. So I'm going to do a short and sweet live today. I got to get back to work because I really got a lot of work to do this afternoon, and I didn't expect to be dealing with all these live streaming issues. So thanks everybody for being on for our little lunch walk here. I'll head up the stairs here. I'll get you up to the upper level here. I'm not signing off just yet, but I'm kind of rambling around here today. But thanks for tuning in there. Yeah, thanks for asking the questions there. Moved to North Dakota. Wow, that's good. Thanks everybody for tuning in here. Our little lunch walk here. We'll head up the stairs here. We'll head up to Michigan Avenue. I'll show you the lower level of Wacker in Michigan here. We've been here many times before. Yeah, there's the lower level of Wacker. We'll head up right around here. Yeah, it's a great walk. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Julie, Robert, and Lorraine. Yeah. Ta-ta. What is TT? Yeah, ta-ta till next time. That's good. I had to look that up. Ta-ta for now. TTFN. Yeah, ta-ta for now. That's great. Thanks, Lorraine, for tuning in. Lorraine knows what I'm talking about. You remember Stanley Reed and Native Americans. She chewed tobacco. My great-grandmother chewed tobacco like a true Native American. Melungeon. It was awesome. Goes back to the Cherokees and Appalachia roots. Been here for beginning of time. Deep roots in America. We all share with Dennis and the whole Reed family there. That's awesome. So here we'll keep on heading down here on Michigan Avenue, and that's the tragedy. You know, when I think of my great grandmother Stanley and her son Lonzo, they knew they had Native American ancestry, but they didn't know the history of it because so much of that history was erased. And us, the grandchildren, we had to research it and find out how it happened, why it happened, how they got separated from the nations, the Native American nations, and it's because of the Melungeons. And the Melungeons assimilated. They hid out in the hills. They were very reclusive because they didn't trust the mainstream British colonial society that they were forced to assimilate to. And they were discriminated against too, just like the Native Americans. And you can look that up. It's a real thing. And I did not know about it. You know, you can go back to, you know, Tennessee and North Carolina and the Smoky Mountain region. There's still the Qualla boundary of the Eastern Band of Cherokees still have again, it's a land trust. They had to buy their own land back. They used the guy that helped them do it after the Trail of Tears, and they were able to make a stand there. And then the other ones went to Oklahoma, and that's the, you know, original Indian territory. It became Oklahoma, where Tahlequah is there in Oklahoma. I didn't know any of that, you know. They didn't know it either. They you know, that history was lost because it was destroyed. History's told by the victors. History's told by the victors, and they choose what gets taught. And it's interesting stuff here. Thanks for listening in. Thanks for being a good audience here on YouTube. We'll continue the show tonight. We'll keep the discussion going. I got to go back to work here, so thanks for tuning in. I wanted to come on just to show the farmers market and talk a little bit to show that we're going to continue this. And Lorene, you probably don't know what happened. I got 3-day suspension from TikTok because I said a word I wasn't supposed to say, so I'll be more careful next time. And I was using it in the historical context, but the algorithm doesn't know that. And I got to be very careful. The perils of live streaming are legion, as we talk about always. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I won't thank everybody by name, but I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm going to go back to work here. We'll be on YouTube tonight, no TikTok. And then we'll ease into the Memorial Day weekend. I hope everybody can, if this weather continues, we'll have a nice Memorial Day weekend. And I'm going to enjoy the break here from TikTok. So thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. Appreciate it. Yeah, you hear me, Lorene? Yeah, thank you. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you later. See you, Lorene. See everybody else. We'll talk to you later. Have a good day. Yeah.